Good morning. This is Anushka, digital editor at EM and A&D magazine, and welcome back to the Morning Bytes, presented by Publish Industry India and brought to you by Star Engineers and Grun Mobility. This week's headlines focuses on the business and industrial updates from India and across the globe so that you kickstart your week. Government's move to boost local laptop production. India's focus towards manufacturing industry for sustained growth. Indian EV industry awaiting FAME 3 scheme. Everything you need to know about the automotive raw materials conclave and exhibition, and some of the important updates from the big move. Before we start, we are pleased to present Dr. Anil Lamba, Chartered Accountant, Financial Literacy Activist, author of the best-selling book, Romancing the Balance Sheet.
Why is a balance sheet called a balance sheet? The common perception is that it is called so because its two sides, the liabilities and the asset side, are balanced. That is not correct. The reason is something else. If you make a list of all your account heads, for example, the salaries account, the rent account, the equipment account, etc., you will find in some cases the accounts get written off and the meter starts afresh every year, whereas in other cases there is a balance that needs to be carried forward. For instance, if in year 1 your salary bill was 100 and in year 2 it is 120, how much will you show against salary in year 2? 120. The meter started again. On the other hand, if in year 1 you owned equipment worth 100 and in the following year you purchased equipment worth 120, how much will appear against equipment this year? 220. Last year's 100 gets carried forward to this year. Certain accounts have a balance which needs to be carried forward. Other accounts, the meter starts afresh, they need to be written off. Those accounts that need to be written off get transferred to the P&L as an expense, and those accounts that have a balance to be carried forward appear in the balance sheet. So the word balance in a balance sheet has got nothing to do with a weighing scale kind of a balance.
The Union government has restricted imports of personal computers, laptops, palm tops, The Union government has restricted the imports of personal computers, laptops, palm tops, automatic data processing machines, microcomputers, processors, and large and mainframe computers with immediate effect. This move is aimed to promote domestic manufacturing along with targeting China, as more than 75% of India's total $5.33 billion imports were from laptops and personal computers during the period of 2022 to 2023. The Director General of Foreign Trade has said that the import of computers and other items that fall under the categories of the HSN code 8471 are restricted. However, no restrictions have been imposed under the baggage rules. India's chief economic advisor, P. Anantha Nageswaran, has said that the Indian focus has to be on the manufacturing sector to achieve sustained growth of 7 to 7.5% until 2030. He also added that the manufacturing industry should be a key growth area since India has an advantage in terms of skilled labor, improved physical infrastructure, and well-established industrial ecosystem, and a large reach in the domestic market. According to the sources, Nageswaran also stated that the investment rate needs to be increased from 29% to at least 35%. The private sector, including foreign direct investment, must drive up the investment rate as the government has limited fiscal space, he added. Before we go ahead, let's talk about QVI, a world-leading manufacturer of precision multi-sensor metrology system for industrial quality control.
50,000 passenger flights each day depend on reliable jet engine power, something millions of passengers take for granted. Behind that reliability is some of the world's most advanced manufacturing technology. Measurement systems from QVI are part of it. The precision QVI brings to aerospace component manufacturers helps make air transportation more routine. From ensuring that thousands of parts in a jet engine deliver power when it's needed, to making sure your seatbelt stays latched for takeoff. Plastic bottles help keep us going when we're on the run. And when we put the cap back on our water bottle, we know it won't spill. When it comes to thermomolded plastics, manufacturers rely on QVI precision for fast, accurate dimensional control of their molding process. For mold makers, that precision means fast, accurate thread and seal surface measurements. For the rest of us, precision means longer shelf life and fewer spills from bottled drinks. Safety, reliability, and fuel economy are factors we take for granted every time we drive, yet all depend on thousands of close tolerance parts assembled perfectly. Automotive manufacturers rely on precision measurements at dozens of points in the making of every part, from cylinder heads to drive shafts to anti-lock brakes. More often than not, they turn to QVI for flexible measuring systems that perform day in and day out, right on the shop floor. Just a few years ago, prosthetic joints were largely a dream. Today, they're a common way to renew mobility and extend active lives. When it comes to surgical implants and drug delivery systems, precision is everything. QVI's advanced multi-sensor technologies allow medical device manufacturers to measure critical dimensions more reliably than ever before. From a syringe that delivers the correct dose to a knee implant with a perfect fit. Precision improves the quality of care and life for patients every day. Smartphones and tablets are essential tools for staying connected, in business and for life. Sleek and durable designs let us take our devices with us anywhere. Portable devices are incredibly complex to build. QVI measurement systems deliver the precision needed to fabricate circuits, etch hard disk heads, and fit touchscreen panels to the coolest phone cases. At the end of the day, QVI systems help make wireless mobile devices work on the go. Every great story has a beginning. Ours starts with people, the people who bring our precision to life, and the people whose lives are improved because of it. With more than 400 dedicated employees offering local support to manufacturers in more than 75 countries, QVI and our partners deliver precision across the entire spectrum of industry, from global manufacturers to local job shops. Precision for people is more than something we say. It's what we stand for.
According to a report by the Economic Auto, the Indian EV industry is awaiting the unveiling of the faster adoption and manufacturing of electric vehicles, or FAME3 scheme by the government. This is majorly because of the recently finished G20 conference in Goa that gave the sector a boost and prepared for the ground for implementing regulations like FAME3. The FAME3 India scheme, initiated by the Department of Heavy Industries in 2015, aimed to foster the growth of electric and hybrid vehicle technology and manufacturing. Meanwhile, Nishant Arya, chairman of the Ashokam National Council on Green Mobility and vice chairman and MD of JVM Group, expressed that the optimism for the future of the EV industry at the National Conference on Electric Mobility, Strengthening Ecosystem towards Vision 2030. In today's fast-paced and ever-changing business environment, where innovation and technology are constantly emerging, it is essential for industries and businesses to remain up to date and adapt to the evolving landscape. Our objective is to assist you in staying ahead of the curve by providing you with the latest developments and trends. Join our community to remain informed and keep pace with the changes unfolding in your industry. The third edition of the Automotive Raw Materials Conclave and Exhibition, organized by the Automotive Component Manufacturers Association of India, was held on August 3 in New Delhi. The subject for the edition was focused on new age materials, challenges and opportunities, stressing upon the usage of sustainable materials in the automotive industry. The conference brought together important players to explore the automobile industry and transformational potential for advanced materials. It also offered insights on how the use of next generational materials may improve efficiency while promoting sustainability and circularity. Coming up, we have highlights from a newly introduced column, The Big Move, where we discuss some of the top management movements from the industry. Algorithms has announced the addition of 3 new members to its board and leadership team to accelerate its growth and strengthen strategic direction. The newly appointed members are Alan Morgan as a member of the board, Greg Steffens as strategic advisor, and Stefan Bocardo as the Senior Vice President for Business Development and Commercial Strategy. That was it for this week's industrial updates. We will be back next week. For more updates, log on to www.pi-india.in. Thank you and have a nice day.